Yo, what is good, y'all? So in this video, all right, I'm going to be breaking down an opportunity, or showing you guys one of the signals that you can utilize, all right, in the system, that you guys can utilize in the system to gain the most success when you guys are actually using this. Okay, so let's get right into it. So we're going to be on the 1 minute time frame. Now I am going to use let's go to YM. Okay, let's go to YM, and I actually want to show you this. So these are for all my people that actually want to scalp, which will be really good for y'all, especially for those that are actually utilizing prop accounts. All right, so if you're utilizing prop accounts, all right, and you're not really looking to stay in the market too long, this is going to be for you. All right, so let's kick it off with YM. All right, let's kick it off with YM, and then we'll just go through it. All right, it's a very easy thing that you guys can utilize on the 1 minute time frame. But all as I'm looking for, I'm not going to be worried about the direction here. Okay, so I'm not worried about the direction at all when doing this. More so that I am looking at the actual reversal itself. This reversal. All right, this reversal, the moment I see that sign of reversal, I am looking to take the trade. All right, I am looking to take the trade in the direction. So this candle ended up flipping red with that reversal candle. That is going to be our sell right there. All right, and we are going to take that sell. Now you can stops above the high if you like. All right, stops above the high. And then what you can do is you can do a couple different things here. So if I was trading this, right, we can target. All right, we're on a 1 minute time frame, and you're going to have so many opportunities to utilize. All right, to be able to utilize this strategy, utilizing the software. So what I would do is I would come to let's say the next level of structure to the downside, or matter of fact, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Let me do a replay. Let's do this. Let me do a replay, and we'll bring it back so that way we can see, and then I'm going to show you. So we can utilize this, and then, all right, so Blue Magic is up there. All right, Blue Magic is up there. I'm going to play this. All right, there's our reversal signal. Okay, so then now what we can do is, if you're looking for an actual target point, all right, I can either use the Blue Magic line, or I can target a level down here, or a previous low. All right, or a previous low. So now if I scroll all the way back, I can target this low right here. Notice how price was selling and then it pushed up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use that low. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use that low. I'm going to use the bottom of the body, all right, of the candle versus the wick. Okay, and then this is going to be our actual target point. All right, that's going to be our target point, and that's going to be for 70 points. Now, mind you, we're on a 1 minute time frame, so we're not looking for massive moves or anything to that magnitude. Okay, so we are going to, all right, that's our reversal signal on a 1 minute, and we are just going to look to just take that trade to the downside. All right, we're going to look to take that trade, and then, all right, so now that's one. All right, that's a winner right there. Okay, that wins, and that's 70 points. That's 70 points. All right, that's 70 points, and then now all you would do is literally just wait. All right, you literally wait for till you get another opportunity. All right, so then now that we would play that forward. Now, another thing that I was looking at also saying is, you guys can probably hold this thing, all right, if you want it, and then just exit when you get the opposite reversal signal. All right, so we're going to continues to keep just bleeding to the downside. All right, and then now we're just going to wait on the next opportunity. Okay, we're going to wait on the next opportunity when it presents itself. Okay, so if I play this forward, okay, there is our reversal. There's our reversal signal on this candle. Now notice it has the lean short. I am not worried about that lean short. All right, I am just looking at the actual signal itself. Okay, so on this candle, now I am going to just look to take this long. All right, I'm going to look to take this long. Now, where am I going to target? Okay, so now the Blue Magic line was actually above. So in this case, being that it's giving me the buy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize that Blue Magic line as a target point. Now I am looking to target that Blue Magic line to the upside on YM. All right, I'm looking to target the Blue Magic line all the way up there. Now, if the blue magic line was to the bottom and we were getting that reversal, I would target the blue magic line to the downside. But being that it wasn't there, I targeted a previous low, and then I was fine with just exiting the trade. But in this case, now the blue magic is above. So now I am going to take that trade and I'm going to target the blue magic line. Okay. I'm going to target the blue magic line, and then I'm not worried about any of these signals here that's populating on the system itself, and then we are just going to ride this thing. Okay, so now right here, the blue magic line did appear, all right, right there. All right, it ended up pulling itself down. Okay, so it ended up pulling itself down, all right, right there. Now, if you wanted to, all right, you can still, being that that's a big push to the upside right there, you could still target maybe a previous high point. That would be a previous high point right there. That's still 48 points. All right, that's still 48 points, and you can exit. Or again, what I like to do too is I actually like to target a previous level of structure. All right, I like to target a previous level of structure, but ultimately that blue magic line is still going to be the target. We are still going to look for the to target that blue magic line. All right, so then now we end up getting, let's see if we get another one here. Okay, so then right there, that is another opportunity right there. And let me see, where was that blue magic line? I think it was all the way up there. That's cool. But this would be a winner right there. You could target that previous high. Now right here, that gives us another reversal. That gives us another opportunity. All right, so let's say you just decided to exit right at that. You took 48 points. Cool. Okay, no problem. So then right here on this candle here, I am going to enter again. And now I'm going to target these highs right here. That's the next high up. All right, that's the next high up. And then I am looking to actually take the trade. All right, I'm looking to take the trade on YM. And then we are going to target that level. Now, the blue magic line did populate right in there. All right. So if you wanted to, that could be an exit point. All right. That could be an exit point if it adjusts. All right. Or a TP1, utilize that at TP1 and then stops in profit and you're still targeting that high. All right. But if you decided to TP1 right here, that it's still, all right, that is still another, all right, that's still another 49 points right there. So this would have been, let's just use that blue magic line. I think it was 48 right there. Okay, so 48, we'll just say we got out at the blue magic line or whatever. Okay, so 48 points, you ended up hitting 70 points there. And let's just get out at the blue magic line, okay, just to be safe. That's another 48 points there. Okay, cool. All right, now we're not looking to be in these trades very long, y'all. Okay, so then now we're getting a reversal signal with a double top. All right, getting a reversal signal with the double top on YM. So this right here, now it's the end of the day as well. So now this is 1 o'clock. But if I was to take that, I would just take that signal. But being that it's the end of the day, more than likely, I'm probably not going to take the signal. All right, but for the sake of the video, all right, we'll just look. And then the blue magic line is right there. That's another 45 points. All right, that's 45 points if we were to target the blue magic line, all right, or if we targeted this level of demand, whichever. Okay, okay. So then now I'm just going to exit. All right, so then now the moment it gives this opposite signal, all right, let's just call this a loss. I'll take a loss right here for 25 points. Perfect. All right, I lost. All right, I'll lose this. I'll lose that trade. That's a L. All right, I'll take 25-point L, and then I'll look to just take this trade. All right, so then now. We're still green here. All right, we're still green, and then I can still target this high up here. All right, I can still target this high. All right, and then now we can push on up to the upside and then potentially hit that. All right, potentially hit that, and there it is. That hits that right there. Let me find where that reversal signal was. It was right on the yellow man right there. Okay, so right on the yellow man. All right, I would take this trade, and then now we are just going to move this down. I'm going to move this down, and that's another 42 points there. Okay, so this looks really, really good, y'all. Okay, so just utilizing the reversal signals off a 1 minute time frame, you can really, really have some great opportunities. Obviously, this thing just started trending to the upside on that, and notice how now that thing flipped. So that's why I was saying I'm not really worried about that. Now, if it creates a low point like this, and then that thing starts flipping green, all right. If you wanted, all right, if you were on the 1 minute time frame, another way of another exit strategy, because we're still breaking highs here. I understand it gave that. If you wanted to, you can literally wait for the color of the candle itself to flip red before you actually exit it. Now, when it gave this reversal signal back here, let me play something back here. All right, let me play something back. When it gave that reversal signal, all right, let's play it again. All right, right there on that candle, the blue magic line was up there. All right, the blue magic line was up there, and this is how trading works as well. The moment the market creates a low, a lot of times it's going to want to come back to that level, to that high point that it initially originated at. You know what I'm saying? And then the market just, if I play this through, all right, the market eventually goes up there and actually hits that line. Okay, so if I actually move this over, all right. Now, if you're trying to swing the trade, obviously you can swing the trade, but you can stack your wins by just exiting. And there, right there, it ended up hitting where that blue magic line is. So again, we can utilize the blue magic line as a target point when we're getting these reversals. And you don't have to be in the market very long. Especially on these kind of unit sizes. Like for instance, I have used units of 10 units. That's me personally. Now that's 157 points. 157 points. So that would be over $1,500 move off of the 1 minute time frame. So if I took this trade, that would take me. Let's see, how long would that take me? That would take me. I think it hit it on this candle. So now that would take me, let's see. How long would that take me? How many candles is that? It's not calculating it for some reason. All right. It's not. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Right here. Utilize this. Utilize this. Okay. That would literally take me, this high point. My bad. To this high, that would take me 1 hour. All right, it literally would take me 1 hour to make that $1,500 if I was targeting that high. All right, so we get the reversal signal. I am looking to just take it. We get the reversal signal. I'm looking to take it. Now it gave that reversal signal, and like I said, we took that L. Perfect, 25 points. All right, 25 points, and then made it right back with 42 points. Perfect. All right, and then you guys can do this on NQ as well. All right, on NQ. All right, you look right here, you get that reversal signal. All right, you also got the yellow with the switch reversal signal. I'd be in. All right, I'd be in on this trade. This is on NQ. All right, so on that particular candle, you're above the blue magic line. However, look at your strong short right there. Now I would just target and look to exit at a previous high. Okay, so I would target and then look to just take that on up. All right, and that's 67 points. All right, that's 67 points to that next high up there, and I'm not really worried about the strong sell. All right, and then boom, it ends up hitting that previous high right there, and then I'd exit the trade, and then I'd wait for the next opportunity to get into the market when it gives me another reversal signal. Okay, so this is something you guys can utilize, y'all. Really, just utilizing just this reversal signal, and it works very, very well. Okay, it works very well. As you can see right here, started giving the reversal signals to the downside, and then boom. And then where would you target? You would target that previous low right there, and then you just exit the trade. All right, and then wait for the next setup. That's why I targeted there. All right, I'm not really looking for the big swings, big moves. I'm just looking to take it, or I'm looking to target the blue magic line. And if the blue magic line is lining right up with this, more than likely it is going to keep pushing. So I'll just target a previous high or a previous low. All right, y'all. So I want y'all to back test that. I want y'all to look at that. Utilize this week. Utilize the reversal signal on the 1 minute time frame, especially if you're looking to scalp, utilizing the system. It's a great way that you guys can start gaining some consistency and then really start to pass your prop accounts even faster, and also do it with consistency. All right, y'all. So that's going to be the end of this video. I am going to do another one utilizing a higher time frame, 15-minute, 30-minute, even a 10-minute time frame. You can utilize any time frame, and then we will now look to catch some bigger moves utilizing some bigger time frames. All right, y'all, let's get it.